Remember when I started my channel and I was in front of a window? This is very nostalgic, except I'm standing in my kitchen and not sitting on the living room floor, but this is pretty good lighting. Hey friends, how are you guys doing? I know it's been a really long time since I have made like a longer form video or like talked to you guys at all, and I'm really freaking sorry. Honestly, I'm sorry. And it's not like anybody really cares, because the thing about life is when you don't see somebody every day or you don't see their content pop up, you're like, and then you randomly think of them, you're like, oh, I wonder how they're doing. That's how I am, at least when it comes to YouTube. I go through phases. Anyway, I go through phases with consuming content and with making it. And it's a long-winded way to say, like, this is an update filmed on my phone in front of a window while John goes and picks up Ella from school and has Everett, and I have about 20 minutes of peace and quiet to update you guys on what's going on. The dog, though, no peace and quiet with her clickety clacks. I did notice that she needs water. Also, there's shoes in here. We have our air fryer. There's a box of diapers. It's fine. The dog needs water, and if I don't do it right now, the way my brain works, I'll forget until later when she eats dinner, and she needs water now. The old lady, you were both two little old broads. Come drink. Only the finest for my girl. We're already this far into it and I haven't made any progress. Hey, you guys, it's been a while. So I wanted to kind of give you an update. It's officially been 4 months that I've been on Mounjaro. I am taking Mounjaro. It is helping with my weight loss. It is helping with my insulin resistance, my blood sugar. And I've been feeling overall really, really great. I mean, I have had great success, and I'm so freaking thankful. I am able to take this medication, that I started it when I did, and that it has made such a big difference in my life. And I can only hope for the same for anybody who, with anything that makes you feel better. When you don't have blood sugar issues and spikes and drops, it affects your anxiety. It's like it's a beast. That hypoglycemia that I had when I was pregnant with Everett, it kind of carried over into my real life and my non-pregnant life. It affects you in so many different ways. So I feel really, really good. I'm training for a 5K. That's some news. I'm training for a 5K. I'm trying to clock at least 7 miles a week. And I've gotten pretty close so far. I don't do 3 miles every time I work out, but I always do a mile every time I work out. And I am now starting, who is that? I'm having to take phone calls now. Like, normally I am very much the girl that's like, yeah, but I have to be on top of my phone. That's another thing that I will touch on, what else is going on in the Brazee house. But I am training for a 5K, and I'm really having a great time. I'm really loving to run, and I'm full of freaking life. It's wild. Also, if you see any fuzzies flying around, it's because these need to be dusted. I don't think I've ever dusted these since we moved in. I can't remember a time. You do the math, it's embarrassing. Anyway, so I've been training for a 5K. John is doing it with me. I know I've had a lot of questions like, what's going on with John? What's going on with No Skinny Jeans? He's not gonna make content. That's just not, he doesn't love it. It's just not his thing. And he's got other stuff he's doing. So John is training with me though. Like, we eat the same food, we exercise together, sometimes separate, whatever works with our schedules. And he is walking, he's got his walking shoes back there. He got a pair of Hoka's because honestly, they're the best running shoe or walking shoe, any shoe I've ever worn. If you have plantar fasciitis or anything, I'm not sponsored, obviously, but if you have anything like that you struggle with, those Hoka shoes are amazing. So that's the update on that front. I've also lost, ding, 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 I am under 300 pounds. Woo! I've lost 53 pounds. I haven't weighed myself. I will do that tomorrow or the next day, and I'll put it in a vlog for you guys here soon. I'm not gonna weigh myself now because it's 2 p.m. I will do that for you guys soon, but I've lost 53 pounds in 4 months on this medication. And I say that because it's not just the medication, that has been a huge factor. It's been life-changing. It's really inspired all of the other changes in my life. But I eat healthy and I exercise 5 days a week, sometimes 6. I don't over-exercise, I don't go crazy. I just do cardio every day. Like I said, I'm training for that 5K to work my stamina up, and very light, like weight training, very light. I love my gym, I love going. Everett goes to the daycare there in the morning. When I'm working out, he goes into the daycare there, which is really nice that they offer that. And it's just part of our routine now, and we're really, really enjoying it. So that has also contributed, obviously, to my weight loss. I feel like I'm really rushing because I have such a short amount of time before everybody comes in after school. and it's chaotic. So bear with me. I don't always talk this fast, but I'm trying to get so much information out quickly. So we touched on John and I lost weight. Oh, the phone call, Ella. We're currently getting Ella reevaluated. Obviously she's on the autism spectrum, but she never had a formal evaluation. When she was diagnosed 6 years ago, we went to her neurologist. They gave her the diagnosis after like 15 minutes, and I swear to you, it was a one-page survey. She's never had a full evaluation. She's never been in the public school system. She does not have an IEP technically because she goes to a private school and they have their own plan and everything for her, but she doesn't have an IEP. So we are currently going through that process just to have, because as we receive the Family Empowerment Scholarship, which is what it is called now. It used to be formerly the Gardner Scholarship, but now McKay and Gardner have like married each other, and it's just one big spectrum of a scholarship. I'm only explaining this just in case you are in the state of Florida as well. They just recently changed a law. I don't know what the law is, but when I have more information, or if you have questions, email me. I'll have my email down below and I can email you it. But a law has passed. Ella, because she has a diagnosis from a doctor and she has no other any influences, there's no evaluations from the school board specifically to help her matrix score. Her matrix score is like the bare minimum, which means we get the bare minimum funding for her school. That's okay. We've lived this way the entire time. And as she gets older, that number goes down. So it went down significantly from last year because she's in 4th grade now, and we pay out of pocket for her school, which I will sell my plasma. You know what I mean? We will pay for her school because that is non-negotiable. Ella's life has changed so much. I will throw some screenshots up of her recent report cards. She is thriving. I know you guys don't see her as often, but you have to know how amazing she's doing and the kind of young lady she's turning out to be, and I'm so proud of her. So we're going through that IEP process, and it has to be done in 30 days. That's according to the law. So everything is kind of it's going quicker. So I have to just answer every phone call. And sometimes IEP meetings, from my experience, knowing people who have experienced them, they can be hard, but I really feel like we're gonna be totally fine, and this could benefit Ella, and she will have a real IEP. She will have a real IEP for the future. And if we ever decided to go to the public school system route, she would have that. And it's better just to do it now. We should have done it when she was younger, but I had no intention of ever sending her into the public school system. I just didn't feel good about that. And so we didn't. And we've been very lucky to not have to do that. But also there's really great public schools everywhere. So, I'm not trying to downplay that all public school is bad. It's just not what I envisioned for Ella. And when Ella's school popped up, it was just perfect. So we intend on staying there forever, as long as we can, because she is thriving. And the matrix score, a proper matrix score based on what Ella actually needs and not just her having an autism diagnosis, could potentially help us with funding and her scholarship status and help take off a little bit of the edge of paying out of pocket for schooling. That's the long-winded rant of that. Yeah, I think that's it. That's what's been going on. Ella's doing great. She's really into birds right now. She's a birder, as bird watching folks would say. And Everett is doing really well too. He's had a little bit of a burst of communication. So he's also teething. That's been kind of rough. And I took my shot a couple days ago, and last night I thought I was gonna die. I have had horrible, what is it called? Indigestion. And I'm on a medication for that now. But I ate Brussels sprouts yesterday, and I don't know if that's anybody who's on Mounjaro, if you're on a GLP-1 medication and you experience eating raw veggies, especially a gassy one like Brussels sprouts, not my brightest move. I paid dearly for it last night, and I was supposed to go on a run with Caitlin this morning. Caitlin and I had planned to go on a run, and because she works all the time, so I was like, okay, we have this day. And then last night in bed, I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. So we just got lunch instead. I was like, I can't, if I run, I will get the freaking trots. I think that's all. Life's been pretty good around here. We're settling in and hanging out, and I feel really physically, emotionally, mentally really good. And that's it's not a weird feeling anymore, because I feel like this is just my life now. But I know for so long, and you guys saw it, how much I struggled, how much I was struggling so bad, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. I was reaching for anything I could. ADHD, bariatric surgery. Like, I was just like, what can I do to fix this feeling? And it was just honestly fixing my mental health, and therapy has been really great. And fixing my physical health has changed my whole perspective of life. This whole house burning down disaster ended up changing my life in so many different ways, and it really inspired me to actually take care of myself. I think I needed to have I don't know, I had to grow from something. I don't know, I just needed a wake-up call, I guess. And my health anxiety stemmed a lot from my size, because I knew how unhealthy I was. I just didn't want to think about it. And so when I would worry about something bad being wrong or something being wrong with me, it was because I knew I was unhealthy, and I'm this size, like something bad's gonna happen, something bad's gonna happen. Because you're so big, something bad's gonna happen. And that's not necessarily true at all, because your size really doesn't determine your health necessarily at all. But that's just how my brain works. So now that I'm active and my cardiovascular health is good, and I don't drink alcohol, and I don't, you know what I mean? I drink lots of water, and I'm not chugging sodas all the time, and I'm not eating sugar all the time. It's amazing what your body thanks you for that. It really does. So yeah, that's all I got for right now. And if I'm looking here, it's because I'm on my phone and I can't really see. I need glasses. Add that to my list of things to do. But that's all the information in the Brazee household. I fully plan on making vlogs, I think. It's just hard because I'm not really interested in like filming the kids very much. Like we have our routines. I think I don't know. I'm gonna try and figure out what I'm gonna start sharing, but I definitely, I'm gonna try and keep you guys way more updated than like once every month or 2 months or a week or whatever I do it. Because so many of us are doing this shit together, just like we did when I was pregnant, just like we did when I was in the thick of it with Ella, and, you know, trying to figure out what was going to be her best. And it's just so crazy. All these things we worry about for so long, and everything has a way of working out. It doesn't always work out, honestly, great. And it's a lot of shit that you have to go through, and heartache and horrible things. But you just got to keep trucking along. You got to keep going. Got to keep going, because I never in my life thought I would ever be happy again. I was happy. Obviously, I love my kids. I didn't want to die, clearly. And I love life. I don't want to leave this life, but I wasn't living. I wasn't living. I had my priorities messed up. Like, I just was worried about the wrong things. And now I just feel like I'm living life. And I hope you are too. And if you're in the thick of it, just go back a year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. Honestly, you can go watch all my old videos and just cry with me. If you need to, cry with me. I've been there. I was there for a really long time, and I never thought I would ever not be there. And I hope, if anything, this inspires you. If I could cry, I feel a little emotional in such a good way, but like, I hope this inspires you to help yourself, and you can be happy. Like, it's totally possible, and you can get there. Not weight loss, not anything, but just in general, like you will feel happiness again. And it may take a really long time. You might not feel like you will, but you will. And that's sad, because I'm not sad. I'm happy. All right, they're literally pulling in. Oh, we did it. All right, friends, I'll see you in the next one. Have the best day. Bye.